Exercising muscles don't burn fat. So, is exercising for weight loss pointless? Well, it depends on how you're exercising, and most people are not doing it optimally. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we look at how you should be exercising to maximize fat burning. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Burning fat is, by definition, an oxidation reaction. That is, it needs oxygen, lots of it. The unpleasant reality, the harder you're exercising, the less oxygen is available. No problem. You pace yourself. You work just hard enough to build up a sweat, but not so hard that you're out of breath. This ensures you can keep going on the bicycle for 30 minutes plus, burning that fat. Whoops, you're not burning fat. Going too low in intensity, although quite sustainable, is not exactly energy intensive. But if you push too hard, oxygen supplies will become depleted. Pacing yourself is a delicate balance. Fortunately, getting the pace right is not something muscles worry about. They adapt. If you up the pace, they go to plan B. Instead of burning fat, they're burning sugar. Now, the sugar being burned comes from the sugar doing the rounds in your circulation, thanks to whatever you've just snacked on. If this is not adequate to meet demand, no worries. The muscles burn the sugar they've stored away for just such an occasion. The muscle sugar stores are in the form of glycogen. Now, as a rule, the fitter a muscle is, the bigger the size of its glycogen stash. So fit muscles can keep going for longer. Here is a graphic that depicts the typical situation. At rest, you're burning a little more fat than sugar, assuming you are metabolically healthy. As the level of exercise intensity increases, you pretty much stop burning fat and exclusively burn sugar. Hang on a minute. I thought exercise was all about burning fat. Well, it's not. The gurus have known this for years. Way back when, it was shown that if you stick an exercised set of muscles in a fancy respiratory chamber for 24 hours and measure the level of fat oxidation, and then do the same thing to a sedentary set of muscles, the numbers are pretty much the same. Aish. Does this mean your exercise sessions are pointless? Yes, if you're motivated to burn fat, but pounding the treadmill at a moderate pace for 30 minutes gets the blood flowing, which is good, but it will not deplete the stores of fat. Now, this probably isn't news to you, despite the hype. A gym membership on its own seldom turns you into a skinny beanpole. The fine print of most exercise programs, you still have to cut the calories. Failing this, you need to do more exercising. Repeat the 30 minutes 5 times a week, not 3. Or extend the session to 50 minutes. Now, to be fair, more treadmilling will burn more calories, but it still won't be fat. More of the same will not see the fat cupboard being empty anytime soon. It's biology. Now, before you cancel your gym membership, fat burning sounds so palpable. It's part of the vernacular, but it is scientifically speaking flawed because fat is more than just fuel. Let's just consider the chemistry. We are carbon-based life forms. This means we're primarily made up of carbon atoms. Now, we get our carbon atoms from the foods we eat, and fatty acids are chock full of carbon atoms, which can be turned into a dizzying array of things, precisely the things that would be needed when a muscle has worked out, really worked out. Exercise is by definition stressful. All that pushing and pulling can take its toll. Muscles that are a little battered and bruised need to recoup. The patching up requires resources. Who better to provide them than fat cells? It's not fat burning, but hydrocarbon source redistribution. The net effect: fat cells get smaller and muscle cells get bigger. So, when you're exercising, you want to be doing hydrocarbon source redistribution. Okay, it doesn't sound quite as cool as fat burning, but it is, scientifically speaking, more accurate. And it does tell you what to aim for when you're exercising. In a word, damage. You need muscle damage. Cruising on the bicycle for 30 minutes is not particularly hard on a muscle. Yes, it's work, but it's not damaging. Likewise, lifting the relatively light weight a couple of times is work, but it's not damaging for the average muscle. However, hopping on the bicycle and going as fast as you can for as long or short as you can is, and for the record, it won't be very long. So is lifting something seriously heavy. Both are exhausting for the muscle. That is damaging. If you want to get the most out of that exercise session, hurt your muscles a little. Fat burning is not about endurance, but strength. And the size of your adipose tissue is dictated by muscles. Now, I did say a little. Putting your muscles in the ICU for 3 weeks is likely to be counterproductive. So be careful. The goal of the exercise session is hydrocarbon source redistribution. Get this right, and it will help you create better body chemistry. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry so you optimize your health and the health of your family? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who wants to burn fat? Share this video with them so they know fat burning, in inverted commas, is a muscle thing. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.